Hi, Shalom everyone. I'm going to continue this fantastic, awesome series of the Daf Yomi friends. At the moment, very careful driver. I'm going to drive on and relate over some words within regards to the second Bava Batra on page 60. Just dropped off the kids in camp, all of them, and just the boys have camp. The girls finished camp already, and what a better place. So we're actually learning all about the destruction of Beit Hamikdash. It's actually only just over 10 days ago was Tisha B'Av, nearly 10 days ago. So we're around the same time period as when Chodesh Av, where we're learning about the destruction of the Beit Hamikdash, the two temples, and it relates over a conversation Rabbi Yehoshua is going to have with the people after the destruction of the second Beit Hamikdash, where they put a lot of stringencies on themselves. Friends, what occurred over here? We know that after the second Beit Hamikdash was destroyed, there was devastation among so many people, and for a significant period of time, a lot of people would stop eating meat, stop drinking wine, so on, and take away many of even the necessities, let's just say, of life away from themselves, because they were so devastated by that. So Rabbi Yehoshua spoke to the people and tried now to engage in conversation with them and tried to encourage them to go back to some degree to normal day life, to stop all these heavy restrictions they were doing on themselves. Obviously, one's got to mourn the destruction of the temple every day. We know these laws, but not to such great effect where it's going to affect them totally. So he gets into conversation with them and he asks them, you know, why are you stopping having wine, totally stopping drinking, eating meat? Why are you taking all these stringencies upon yourselves? He urges them, he asks them, he beseeches them. So then they say to him at the end, how can we drink wine? It was used for the libations offering. How can we eat meat? It was used for the korbanot. Over here, for the sacrifices which we do every day, we ate meat in some of these sacrifices that we gave over. So he says, okay, you're right over here. But if we use your logic over here, then you can't eat bread also, because bread was also used for the flour offerings inside the Beit Hamikdash. So if you're going to take those stringencies, you can't have bread. It says, you know what, you're right, they say to Rabbi Yehoshua, we're going to stop eating bread. So he tells them straight away, but how about fruits? You can't eat fruits. That was brought for the Bikurim, the first fruits in the Beit Hamikdash. We learned this. How can you bring fruits now also? So they tell Rabbi Yehoshua, you know what, you're right. We're not going to have the 7 species fruits which Israel is praised for. We'll just eat all other fruits. Then Rabbi Yehoshua argues back again with them. He's trying to prove his point, and he says, if that's the case, you can't drink water. Water was also used for libations, as we learn in Sukkot offering, for the drawing of the water. Now you can't also have water, he tells them. So he says, you know what? So then they turn around to him, you know what? You're right over here. We can't take these stringencies of ourselves. It's just too much. So we will not refrain anymore from meat and wine, and we will go back to some normality at this stage in time, and we will be able to have all these different foods. He proves his point by showing them how, you know, that specific stringency on the meat and the wine thing, you know, you can't, if you use that template for everything, then you're not going to be able to eat or drink whatsoever. You're not going to be able to survive. He argues back to them. And so they don't take all the stringencies, and normality does resolve to some degree. But friends, what is it? The Beit Hamikdash, we've got to mourn the whole time. We know there's many restrictions. So the Chazal, they actually enacted that certain things, extra mourning, we should do when it comes to mourning the Beit Hamikdash, the destruction of the temples respectively. What do we do, friends, nowadays, in modern day? Say you have a house, a corner of the room inside, let's say, for example, the main dining room. You should have that not painted, like not furbished, that specific corner, so that will remind us of the destruction of the Beit Hamikdash, the temple, respectively also. That's one. Say a woman, she has a massive cosmetic bag, and she wants to put on all the makeup because she's about to go out to a wedding or for a simcha or something, or let's just say, she should, because to mourn the Beit Hamikdash, subtract one of the things that she might have put on. Don't put that thing on, you know, that just to show that you're not doing everything to 100% degree. And also other things, like if you're having a dish, leave something specifically that maybe you would have been including inside this grandiose meal. Leave that out also to symbolize. It'll be symbolization of the mourning of the Beit Hamikdash, respectively, over there. But one thing for sure is we have to do everything we can in life. We shouldn't use excuses and mourning. Hashem, Chazal tell us how much time to mourn, how much time to be sad, how much time to cry in general. They give us specific rules all throughout in the laws of mourning, respectively, over here. But when it comes to the Churban Beit Hamikdash, we can't, you know, overdo it also at you know, at some stage in time. Mourning is important, but at the same time, life and normality also does have to go on, as we very much learn in today's page inside the Gemara. So friends, we came out of Tisha B'Av, I think it was 9 days ago, only Tisha B'Av, 9th of Av, where we mourned the destructions of Beit Hamikdash. We're still in the middle of Av. We're coming into Rosh Chodesh, a little turbulent time period at the moment here in Israel. We all know what's been going on, especially since atrocities of the 7th of October. So with all those hostages still kept captive at the moment, you know, it's not a pleasant situation at the moment. We've got to keep davening. We've got to burst the tears of heaven, and Be'ez Hashem will see good things. And speaking on that note, please everyone daven immediately for Nisan ben Sipora. I think they added a name to his name also last night, if I'm not mistaken. He's in a critical condition. He suffered a stroke. Everyone daven for him. Remember, Nisan ben Sipora. And please, for full refuah shlema, full recovery. This great man, a Baal Chesed, a big tzaddik. And let's all daven for him, and Be'ez Hashem will just see good brachot here from Israel. So wishing you all a great day, and take care, and watch over the previous videos.